What's up guys, welcome to Rusty Machine Co. In this video, we're going to be building something really cool that I've wanted to build for a while. Professional style motocross starting gate. I got a phone call this morning, 6 a.m. First thing in the morning, woke me right out of bed. Turner Steel, got your steel delivered. So I got diamond plate, I got this plate of steel here on the shear, I got a bundle of pipe, I got angle. We're good to go. I got the pressure treated that's going to be buried in the ground, which will be the first step. We got to build a frame. For this is going to be lining the trench that's going to have the control levers in it. Got to figure out exactly how long it's going to be and then build it. You're going to have a 1 foot trench by 30 something feet because it's going to be a 10 gate start. All right, here's my blueprints. Yeah, this is how I do things. No actual plans, just all in the head. So we got 3/16, which is the thickness of this, 0.1875. We got 12 of those spacers going in. That adds up to 2 inches and a quarter. And then I got a 12-inch space here for the actuator. And then adding up the 39-inch gate plus 3/16 angle on both sides adds up to 39 3/8, which is 39.375, times that by 10, end up with 393.75, add it all together, and you got 408, which equals 34 feet. So that's how big our trench needs to be. 34 by 1 foot. Quick math. All right, now I've got the frame finished. I gotta go get the laser, get it in place and shim it so that it's perfectly level so that when I weld it together, everything works. Next step, gotta cut the 3x angle that's gonna sit inside of that wooden frame that we just made. Oh no, I cut them the wrong way. I was supposed to 45 them all the way. Ah, wrong side. It's gotta go towards you. Now that's what it's supposed to look like. Rookie mistake. Oh well, I can fix it. All right. Yeah. All right, so the next piece of the puzzle, now that we got the track made, I need to make braces that go in between that the gates bolt to that hinge, and that is going to be something like that. And then down here I'm going to have a circle, and that's where the lever tube goes through. It's got a tube that's going to go through with arms sticking off that lift the gate and drop. And that's it. That's what I got to do. And I've got this giant sheet 4x8 of 3/16 steel that I need to cut down into more manageable sizes because my plasma cutter table is 15 by 25. So I'm going to cut strips 6.5 inches and then turn them again and cut them at 16 inches. And then we're going to go over to the plasma cutter. I'm going to cut this out of each one. I need 12 of them, so I'm probably going to have some leftover steel. And I'm very nervous about this because I've never cut something this thick on this machine, and I actually just got this thing working last night. So that should be 6.5. All right. I looked through the book and I got the blades set the right gap for this size steel, so it should work. Fingers crossed. Oh no! It couldn't cut it! Maybe a little oil will help. These blades also haven't been sharpened since 1992, so that very well could be a problem. We only gotta cut it 3 more times, so let's make it work. Yeah! Yeah, we're really putting this thing to the test here. Abusing this thing right off the rip. Nope. Oh, Jason, you want to step on that? All right. Yep. All right. Turn it back. All right, go ahead. Keep going. All right, Jason. Okay. Hold on. All right, go ahead. Woo! All right, we made all of our 6.5 inch cuts from the 4-foot sheet. Now we can throw this aside, and it should definitely be able to cut through the 6.5 inches. I guess I forgot to press record, but it was successfully able to cut the 6.5 inch wide strips, no problem. So we got all of these cut down to all the pieces we're gonna need. Now we're gonna move over to the arc droid table and get these CNC'd. Here she is, the old arc droid. This is actually one of the pre-production models I got through sponsorship. She's been used and abused, still going strong. Actually, another thing I'm really excited about using the shear for is making more of those pieces for in here. I've ruined them and then just kept cutting and ruined this, so I'm gonna have to cut these out, but it'll work. All right, looks like it came out real nice. Minimal dross. 11 more. All right, now these guys, they go just down in there like that. So the actuator's gonna go there. But first, I gotta put this pipe in here. There we go. Now it's starting to look like a starting gate. All right, sun's starting to go down, but I want to get this 5x10 sheet of diamond out of the driveway. So we're gonna cut it down with the plasma since it won't fit on my shear. And then cut it down into the sizes that we need. All right, now these are the plates that drop in underneath the gate that covers the hole that has the rotating pipe in it. I need to weld these little strips on here, on both sides, all 4 corners, and these will keep these from falling down in the hole. Yeah, just like that. All right, now I gotta cut all the angle that's gonna be connected to the round tubing that is the gate. All right, now this part I gotta be pretty precise with. I gotta make sure that the gate opens up at a certain height. All right, now we're over here at the punch table. I got my 1/4 inch die in. I made this little jig so I could square this up. Whole lot of work to avoid drilling holes, but look at that. That'll be perfectly centered right where I need it to be on every single one. You don't have to worry about drill bits walking or nothing. And now I gotta punch the holes in the angle iron. These are 1.5 inches, so I'm gonna have to adjust my backstop here to 3/4 inch. All right. I gotta punch holes in the other 10 angle iron on the opposite side because they're going like, one side's like this and the other side's like this. I need holes. Yeah, you'll see. All right, we've got 11 of these holes punched, and this is what I was talking about with the angle iron. See how they're on opposite sides? They're gonna go like this. The tubing for the gate is gonna go like this. I'm gonna weld them to this, but these sit just like this. All right, I went ahead and welded all of these in the whole way down, so we're good to go. The pipe is welded together. It was 2 sections. I had to weld that together. So the next step is to make the levers that will be lifting up on the gates. All right, I got all my levers milled with a radius on one side. It's important that I do that because it needs to sit on the pipe and center itself on the pipe. That way I can assure that every lever is going to be exactly the same, because I need all of the gates to be level. All of them have to be the same. If I cut this on the shear, it is the exact angle that we need this to be at. So I go like that. Should be able to, basically we want that to be welded just like that, all the way across. Now that all the levers are welded in place, we're gonna need to clearance these plates that I made that drop into here so that the levers will have a hole to come up and go down in. And for this, we'll use the Arc Droid's trace setting. Let's see how it fits. Yeah, come on. Ooh, right, ready? Hell yeah. All right, I don't have the tubing bent up yet for the actual gates, so just the weight of the angle iron resting on it. It seems to work pretty good. It's a little wedged up there right now, but as soon as I tap this a little bit, they'll drop, so it's a good sign. Now I need to build a lifting mechanism that'll rotate this pipe here and lift and drop all of the gates. I've seen a lot of people use hydraulic pistons, pneumatic pistons, but I decided to go with an airbag. So I'm gonna mount this here, and it's gonna push a lever. I'm gonna open this hole up to 1.5 inches so that it lets out as much air as it can as fast as it can. Let's give this thing a quick test. Should do something. Oh, this is gonna be sick. All right, something like that. Boing, boing, boing. And then this will go something like that. That might be enough to hold it. Let's see what happens. Okay, not quite enough of an angle, I don't think. This is my third rendition of the lever system on this thing. I think this one's gonna work. Maybe one of these days I'll go to school for engineering and learn how levers and everything. I could make them one time and it'll work, but ready? Oh, beautiful. All right, so we got gates going up, and now I gotta work on gates going down, because as of now, coming out this 1/4-inch hole, way too slow. This is not good, not good enough for dropping of the gates. I need a lot of air to leave this bag as fast as possible. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this bag off, I'm gonna cut an 1.5-inch hole, I'm gonna weld an 1.5-inch nipple to it, and threaded onto that nipple is gonna be 1.5-inch solenoid relief valve. And then I'm gonna tap into the side of that nipple with the 1/4-inch fill. So the fill will go in and the air will come out the big hole. In the little hole, out the big hole. All right, let's see how this thing works. I've got air in, the gates are up. I got my hearing protection on because I have a feeling this is gonna be very loud. It just drops like gravity. Beautiful. Well, now that we know that everything works, the last step that I need to do is to make all of the hoops. So let's go do that. What I've got here is a JD squared tubing bender with a swag off-road adapter for the Harbor Freight air over hydraulic ram. It's a lot cheaper going this route, but I'm telling you what, having that full hydraulic ram would be absolutely amazing, because this took a very long time. But like I said, saved a lot of money. So here's all the mechanics of the gate. So what I've got in the box is an air compressor, 12-volt air compressor, air tank, car battery, airbag, 1.5-inch solenoid valve, and a 1/4-inch solenoid valve. Over here, I have this switch that has a normally open and a normally closed contact, and when you push it, it reverses them. I have this one hooked up to be normally closed. No, I've got the 1.5-inch valve set up to be normally open, and I've got the 1/4-inch to be normally closed. So when this is released, it's letting air into the bag, and when you push this, it shuts this one and opens this one, letting all the air out of the bag, dropping the gates. All of this was like 500 bucks, but I've got inline fuses. I've got a trickle charger port over here. Plan is to possibly put a solar panel on the cover. I haven't attached the lid yet, but the lid goes just like that. But yeah, you guys want to see it work? Not so fast. We're gonna have to get it in the ground first. And no, it's not because I forgot to finish recording the video, and I recorded this a year ago and have to use phone videos that I found on my phone camera roll to finish the video. I'm just kidding, that's exactly what happened. Well, here it is for now. It's gonna go somewhere over here. You got the whole shot and the whole track over here. It's kind of a pit bike style track, mini four-wheel track. Got the whoops section, right, whole shot. Whoops, berm, table, berm, straightaway, I think. Yeah, and a little double, another double, single, double, triple. I don't know. There's a lot going on here. These guys made quick work of putting this thing in the ground, and we're ready to try it out. I'd say that was one successful starting gate built from scratch. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. See you on the next one.